you de-bubble yourself, it is difficult to come to terms with what you actually feel and think. Does anybody here agree with me that you have difficulties truly? In Norwegian we say, "Å være I takt med deg selv." Are you guys actually in your skin, in your mindset, on your terms, unconditionally, more than 1 hour a day?
You turn down the sound if you don't need it.
You're right. You're okay. I see that could be a very frustrating thing. So just close your ears. Ready? That was good, though. You made mention there was a problem there. Did you understand the question? Or did we forget it? Yeah? Well, can somebody please answer? Because right now you're the class. I'm the teacher. We're going to talk about something because I got 3 kids in my classroom. You know what? They don't want to go on Facebook. I got, it's not all about, how are we going to use these medias with the kids. We understand these kids are individuals. Some of them don't even want to be there. How am I going to facilitate that audience? If you de-bubble yourself, it's difficult to come to terms with yourself. One time I had a dream that I was a number. I actually dreamt that I was a number. That dream was one of the longest dreams I had. I just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I was a number. Have you guys ever dreamt that you were a number? You don't know what it feels like to be a number. Like, in dreaming terms. It felt good. I'm not kidding you. I woke up and I was on top of the world. I had turned so many times. 1, 2, I was million and 1 million. It got crazy. But you know what we are right now? We're still just a number. And I know everyone's thinking, yeah, okay, Mr. American guy, there's 7 billion people in the world. I'm a number. Okay. I'm talking about numbers in real terms. I'm talking about the amount of friends you have on Facebook. How many friends do you have on Facebook? Are you being followed on Twitter? I follow more people than follow me, to be honest. Sorry. Okay. Well then, if we had another ticket, you could come with us tonight. But we'll let you know next time. This shit's important, man. But it's nasty. It's ethically wrong in many ways. There's a global paradigm shift. If you think about social media for some, if you think about Norway, we're number 4 in the world. We were number 2 last year. Number 4 in the world in the per capita statistics of using Facebook privately. We're number 1 in the world who says yes to be fans of company pages. Why are we like that in the world? You know what, Germans? You're not German. Norway is the new Germany. Pink is the new black. When I run in the forest, people here, even if I know them, they don't say hi. And it's not a bad thing. It's called culture. But if I walk in the forest and I see someone, they're like, I said hi to him last time. I don't want to say hi again. The nicest people on the planet Earth, Norwegians. The people that are a bit stuck socially. Ik vet ikke. That means I don't know in Norwegian. Hey, should we go to a film tonight? Ik vet ikke. That means yes in Norwegian. And he just said, I don't know. Hey, what film should we see tonight? Ik vet ikke. That means The Lord of the Rings in Norwegian. People, tough time, get in and out. And I love it. Because I understand it now. I don't take it personally like I did when I came here. I was just like, because they do it with each other. But on Facebook, they got the biggest voice on the planet. I saw a picture of this guy in town. He's super conservative. His kid was in Soho getting a massage, and the crack in his butt was showing in the picture. That man would have never said a word in a meeting, and he owns half the town. And the next day, his kid in Soho was on Facebook with his butt hanging out. And the kids are enjoying themselves. So are a lot of freaky pedophiles right now. Wake up. The world will never be the same. Remember, it's a global paradigm shift. Some people just like having access to food, to water, to sun. We don't need sun anymore. The dark ages are back. We put down our drapes because we need it to be dark in the room so we can be in this world even longer. It's just important as having access to water and food, having access to social media. And it's not only become just as important, it's a fundamental human right for some. If you take away my human right, because finally I have a voice, I hope you like what I like. And if you don't like what I like, then I'm going to change what I like, even if I don't like it. For young people, this is the world, so deal with it, and deal with them on their terms, not yours. Class, today we're going to do a project. Shut up. Don't be a teacher all the bloody time. It's important to let them guide you. Are you afraid? Are any of you afraid of the world we live in now? Does it give you the heebie-jeebies? I tried to call Mark Zuckerberg because he's obviously the new god, but he won't take the phone. How many of you are in Facebook? How many are not? That was exact average of what the world statistics tell us in terms of affluent Western. Why are you not? Why are you not?
I don't want to. I don't need to be on Facebook.
Okay, why?
Well, I don't have any interest in it.
Are you an educator?
Yes.
Then why don't you do it as a field of study on the side to understand what's going on a real in-depth basis?
Well, I've seen some of my friends and I see how it works, so I know what it is.
Oh, you know how it works?
But I don't want to spend my time on it.
Oh yeah, your actual time.
Yeah, I don't want to go and communicate with my family and friends that way.
No?
No.
Okay. Do you think some children don't want to do it either?
Some, but not a lot.
Not a lot. But what if the whole class does, and we need to do a project because, you know, political movements, everyone's moving in this direction. How are we as teachers that facilitate education, how are we going to deal with it? Especially if we've decided, with 95% of the class there, well, look, kids, we have to do this experiment, but I'm not in on it. I don't believe in it, but let's do it anyways.
I think you can do a project without Facebook.
Can you?
Yes.
All right. Because Facebook won't even be here a year from now. I'm guessing. Everything's changing. So the big question is what's right and what's wrong with whatever comes. Everything and nothing is right and wrong, and it changes once an hour, if not once every half a second. Is it ethically correct to remain ethical? Listen here, everybody. This is the way it is. That's another big sentence in Norwegian that doesn't exist in German. Even in German, it doesn't exist. Sånt är det. How do you translate that into English? Translate that into English. Sånt är det. And so it is. And so it is. That's the way it is. I'm not sure how you do that. Right here, pertaining, this is the actual ethical dictionary term. I've never done this in a speech using this stupid dictionary term. To be ethical is pertaining to or dealing with morals or the principles of morality. Pertaining to right and wrong in conduct. You know what? If you remain ethical and you remain like a standard teacher, because you know what? Us teachers, we also have our dialect. This is who we are. We are educators. I like what you said. But, I mean, I did a project voluntarily in Carme Comuna for 8 years with the pedagogic company. I ran into classrooms. I yelled. I told everyone I was from Iraq. I danced with kids and waved flags, you know. And they wanted to volunteer because I was sort of cool. I was speaking English. I was doing their thing. And all of a sudden, I got them up here. Any volunteers? They all raised their hand. He'd come up here. I grabbed his hand. And then I'm like, okay, everyone, now guess where I'm from. No one can guess. And I said, welcome to Baghdad. And the guy here was like, and then I pressed play, the music. And I said, look, you want us to respect the Norwegian way? Put this into a social media example, too. You also have to respect that I also represent my way. You, the teacher who's on Facebook. So, boom, the music came in, and we did a dance together. You got to mix it up today. Kids have so much stimuli going on through their own experiences in social media. I mean, to get your kids, or kids in general, or the future educators of the world, to actually educate in any good and realistic way, shape, or form, you have to completely immerse yourself into the nonsense. Not just conduct studies and create graphs and tell us where kids are going in the next 10 years. That's important. I'm sure that's part of what the ESP does when we cross-culturally and technically, wrap up a summary of where we're at. Better do that than not do it at all. I admire you all for meeting here. Because if I had 10 minutes or 10 days alone with any teacher, I would tell them, animate yourself. Go, please, if you want to, I'll go to big businesses and get millions of dollars to make you people just, facilitate some sort of movement. Come alive so these kids can jump in your arms. Otherwise, everything is just Jesus, when this is finished. What is that? Somebody tell me. Okay. What is that? Why do you guys know that? RSS. What is that? Does it bother you that it's smaller than the others because you know it's bigger? Why did you laugh right now? What is that? Yeah, but it doesn't say linked. It says in. Why do you know that's LinkedIn? What is LinkedIn for? No, it's not. Bullshit. LinkedIn's for business. Facebook's for business. There's 1 billion people on the planet on Facebook. In Norway, 1.5 hours from 9:35 to 11:05 at night, there are 2.9 million Norwegians on Facebook. Every bloody night. You want to do business on a newspaper on page 26? Let's do business for 1.5 hours on everybody's couch every bloody night. That's business. What's that? It looks like a gay flag. Gay plus. Nothing against homosexuality, but what the hell's going on here? Why do we know these things? I won't even go into that. 582 people like this. Be the first of your friends. Every story you read in the paper is 582 people like this. Be the first of your friends. It's like, I can't ever. What should I do? I'm not going to share this. I don't want to be the first of my friends. So everything I do, everything I read, subliminally, unconsciously, indirectly, I'm a loser. I stay away from Facebook. I totally agree. A cloud is not a cloud. This is going to be cool. A cloud's not a cloud anymore. What? Of course it's not. We don't even know what a cloud is anyways because we're always looking at our mobile devices. And so are the kids that we educate. An apple's not an apple. What's an apple? This is an apple. If you put apple into Google and you press images, your first 20 pages, you won't even see a real apple. Do it! Watch this. An orange is an orange. It actually is. No, it isn't. Hey, Apple! Do you guys know about the annoying orange on YouTube? Every one of your kids does in your classroom. And there's over 600 videos of the annoying orange. It's one of the most seen videos on YouTube. I think every month, it's just a stupid orange with a face who's yelling at other fruit. Everyone's like, well, what does this have to do with education? You know what? Empathy, understanding what's important for them is going to facilitate a sponge in that person when you then got them in your neighborhood. Because those cans with the strings, they don't work. A teacher is a teacher, just like an orange is an orange, right? Watch this. A circle is still a circle. But when Google does what they're doing now, in the next half a year, a circle won't even be a circle. Because Google's thing is all about circles. Did you guys know that? Yeah. But then, the weird thing is we get all proud. I know about Facebook. I know how it works. Hey, you want me to show you how to tag somebody? 5 years ago, if anyone said the word tag, they'd be eliminated from school. Tag? Do you know what tag is in America? Ah! You just tag somebody. Or, you got this graffiti. Oh, he's a tagger. Oh, come here, honey. I'll show you how to tag. Yeah, but don't tag me. I had to tag you. Going viral is not a virus. Yes, it is. Listen to this. Last night, I sat upstairs, heard my daughter came home. Texted her that she could come up and warm up her dinner. 10 minutes later, I woke up with a warm laptop on my legs to the sound of a microwave beeping. I must have dozed off. My daughter ran down the stairs with her food. 10 minutes later, I logged on to Skype. I saw a message that my daughter logged off. I have gotten used to it. After all, this is the world we live in, and I want my daughter to make her own choices. Because I'm a good parent. I read a blog link that my ex sent me by email about how to deal with teens nowadays. This morning I noticed that my daughter had commented on a link for World Peace Movement, Coney, at 3 a.m. I would have liked her comment because it was actually good, but she told me to not like her comments anymore because it was embarrassing. Do you hear the jargon of liking and sharing and not following and be the first of your friends? I don't mind, but to tell you the truth, it hurts when I see that she has not added me as her father in the family section. I should be happy that we are friends. Friends on Facebook, that is. She didn't eat her breakfast today and seemed a bit grumpy. Her birthday is tomorrow. Tonight I want to stay up late to be the first to say happy birthday on Facebook at 12 a.m. because I got nothing better to do. That'll really surprise you. She was born at 5:33 in the morning, 15 years ago. After that, I pretty much don't remember anything significant that happened in my daughter's life. Sounds pitiful? Mom just got tumor removed. Facebook. I hope she'll make it through the night. 35 friends. I like. And you know what's weird? Kids get it. Kids don't know what I like means anymore. I like is got, you can write a book on the concept of like. You can't wrap it up in a dictionary sentence. So you can't say to kids and tell them what they're meant to like and how they're meant to like it. They grew up with this sort of like plus, like minus, like 0.8, like 0.9. If we think it's immoral, maybe we need to redo our homework on all that. Here's the Iceland's top on the list, Canada, Denmark, Norway. Are you going to ask your students, or should you, how and when you can integrate and create projects that have to do with a channel that has finally put them on the map? Why should you once they're on their own map, and it's taken them an eternity, because even if you're 16, you've already lived 80 years and know everything, right? You've got even the hormones on top of it all. We're done with that, thank God. But how are you going to, once they're in that stadium, why are you going to put other things in the stadium? We're playing football. What are those other balls doing here? Oh, those are educational balls? Then you have just demounted their entire. They just came in the stadium. They were going to win the marathon after 42 kilometers. They came in, everyone was screaming, and everyone's like, "Oh, stop. We're going to do this with some education, too." And they're like, "Yeah, but I'm going to get the gold medal here. Can I just have my moment of fame?" No, because Facebook's here to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, your students will teach you more than you teach them. Is that okay? By letting them teach me, the teacher, then they have learned more. So I think what's nice and what we see with the Coney and everything is that the world needs a voice. Norwegians need a voice that they never had in the forest when someone walked by. Norwegians are very good, and they changed their code of ethics. Companies don't have the same colors when they put their companies on Facebook. It's a, hey, how are you doing kind of a world. I grew up in that world, and that's why I moved here, and now everyone's become a stupid American. Hi, how you doing? Oh, I like. So if you're looking for a house, what's the most important thing when you look for a house? Location, 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 right? If you're looking for a clue in how to deal with these students, you have to recognize their identity, not yours. The identity of what's really happening out in the world. Understand what this annoying orange is all about. And give them the chance in their stadium to teach you something. And by doing so, you know what the greatest tool is when I'm in a sales position? I'm not going to tell you what I make and what I do and how I do it and this, that, and the other. But you know what? To be honest, there's not much I can do. that smart. I've gotten educated. I've studied law in Zurich. I speak all these languages, but you know what? I don't know shit. I don't even know a darn thing about social media, and I'm making tons of money on it. But what I just now did to you, I was seeking, and it was truth. It was the actual truth. I meant it. But it's nice to put yourself a bit down when it comes to medias, because after all, you are a dinosaur. And don't try to be a dynamic, cyber monkey. Hi kids, I understand you because I read an article last night. The second you finish reading the article, someone wrote a new one. And it just so killed your arguments. And who read it? The kid. Why? Because they are linked in for reals, and not just when it comes to business. So the way to find a good place is just like finding a good home, but in this case, it's recognizing your identity, your real one, their identity, and the classroom and the product's identity. Who's that? That's my girlfriend. What the hell's going on there? We just put the kids to bed. Her kids, my kid, the world's just like, woo! And it's all normal. It's like if you don't get a divorce nowadays, you're just like so out. You see those 3 smartphones? They're all iPhones. Each one of those phones is way more powerful than those big video recorders we had in the 80s, in the 70s. We got 3 of those big videos right there. We got 3 big computers because I can do anything with those. It's all, I just need that. I don't even need that. But I got that. I got that, those 3, and I got my machine over there. And she's on her iPad, and my iPad's laying on the floor, and I stepped on it and broke it. And I shifted the glass already 4 times. And I'm almost proud, because it makes me feel like I'm doing stuff. Because I don't do any real stuff anymore. Strange. So, before I end up and do my thing, I would like to pose some questions to you educators. Where's my German lady? Guten Tag, geht's gut? Schön. In Germany, how do you think people on the whole, how do they look at Facebook? Is it a place to say what they feel?
If you're below 25 or below 30, yeah. If you're older, you hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Why? Because it changed everything?
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous?
It's evil.
Okay. But for young people, it's not dangerous?
Well,
no?
Of course, there are dangers involved, but I think they are familiar with the dangers.
Yeah. How are you going to tell a child in the classroom situation to be more open to a world where you have to be exposed?
I don't think you have to tell them how to be more open, but how to be more aware of dangers. And
what are the dangers actually?
Well, that they are aware what kind of pictures they post, that they are aware that there might be implications. That, well, I had a student that posted, I'm a Facebook friend of hers, and she posted, "Oh, what a sunny day! I'd like to go to Stuttgart today. I go shopping. I'll skip school." And she didn't turn up in school, but I knew it that she wasn't sick.
That was a great example. You, the teacher, can help them understand the next time they write that they shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
But they should not. Look, I'm going to tell you not to come to school, but in a very clever way. Because actually, I don't even want to see you here in school. Not today. No, but this is interesting. So,
well, I try to make my students aware of what they post and what people can read, and that there might be implications. And they think only their friends can read it, and think of it like 5 or 6 people versus 300.
But don't you think it's an implication already in and of itself that you are making mention of very basic things in the grand picture? Because their greatest implication or fear has nothing to do with pornography. Why? Because they're already used to it. Even if you desire and hope to God, ethically, principally, family-wise, and everything that they're not used to it. They've already been there. I mean, it's just like going into a sex ed class. Why is everyone laughing nowadays? They used to laugh because they never saw those parts before. Now they laugh because they think that you, the teacher, have never seen those parts. So it's a tough cookie. What about in Holland? I know how the market is there, but I want to hear how the educators in Holland perceive Facebook, because Facebook took a while in what I would deem and many others deem the most social country in the world, opposite of my Norwegian example. Holland is almost at the end of the list in Europe when it comes to Facebook, and they're the most sociable, nicest people, in your face. Hey, Darum! You know, wonderful people in the world. They're social. They say hello to people in the forest. So what's going on in Holland? Because now all of a sudden Facebook is on the rise.
Yes, I think that's the shift going on.
Yeah.
Especially in school. And this is what you as an educator notice every day. It's a real change. And I have a lot of colleagues who say, how are we going to deal with that? Because this is a new question we're asking.
Well, why don't you educators set up a forum that you, in a classroom example, use media to be on Facebook, but not, and...
You can better ask him.
Uh-oh.
Well, we're trying to use this, but I guess there's a difference that we see in younger people, let's say younger people, a bit older,
Yeah.
and older people, because my, as a young teacher, I have a problem with young kids trying to find out internet and seeing stuff that I don't even know, and I have to explain them that they are dangerous, and at the same time, I don't want to put a brake on their exploring ability. And at the same time, I'm explaining to my colleagues and my parents, for example, what the hell they should do with Facebook and where their children are, and so I guess my...
But can you possibly keep up?
No.
Can anyone?
No.
Can Mark Zuckerberg keep up? Honestly? No, because the dynamic is so subjective. But you don't have to start somewhere. You just have to end somewhere. You have to end up by saying, I don't need to know it all. I feel. But why do we always come back and talk about Facebook? If you press in Google the future of marketing, 90 out of 100 of the first things you read about is Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. Aren't you guys sick of that nonsense? What about in Georgia? Facebook, big deal?